Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get ready to rumble. It's another wonderful week here at the Degenerate Racing League. This is season 5, and things are about to get a little bit hotter. We've been to Zolder. We're going to the 24-hour Nurburgring this week. Then we have Silverstone, Red Bull Ring, Bathurst, Brands Hatch, Kyalami, and Imola to follow things out. Let's take a look at our Patreon subscribers, all the way from Ricky Bobby down to John Malott, Ronald Swanson, Darren Wicks, Joshua Rodriguez, Mike Fuller. Thank you so much, everybody, for your love and support to keep the lights on here at the Degenerate Racing League. You guys are absolutely wonderful and doing a great job of keeping us going. I can't thank you guys enough. And from the bottom of our hearts, from Bert and Sam as well, thank you guys for everything that you guys do here. And to all of our Patreon subscribers, especially thank you to you guys. But everybody who shows up to race week after week, you guys do a wonderful job of keeping the entertainment going, and we wouldn't be here without you all. So thank you so much. Whether you're a driver or a Patreon subscriber or just a watcher of race streams, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Without any further delay, I think the drivers are getting all gridded up for the race. It seems like the practice session was actually the qualifying session, so we're headed straight into a 1-hour race. Alex Hansen, hello to you as well. Good luck today. Thank you very much, Alex Hansen, and thank you very much for being here. You're always welcome here at the Degenerate Racing League, my friend. As I said just a moment ago, let's get down to the action so we can see what the drivers are all up to. And we'll do our, of course, as loved as always, livery shakedown. My Stream Deck would like to cooperate. Thank you very much, Stream Deck, for cooperating with me finally. Got about 2.5 minutes to do our livery rundown. And we've got a very short formation lap, obviously, here at the Degenerate Racing League. Of course, this is going to be for the Nordschleife only. Typically, we would have a grand formation lap. Norris Hugh says, good luck, gentlemen, and good luck to everybody indeed. Let's get our livery rundown going. Right now, we have Andrej Sturman, and he is in first place, the number 71. Then we have Nathan Henderson, a new name here tonight for me at the DRL. Darren Wicks, the number 46, and he is doing green light racing things. Joshua Rodriguez for Team Banzai, the number 93. Cooper Atherton, the number 77, in 5th place right now. Then we have Burt Macklin, the number 4, driving the Honda NSX for the Sandbag Syndicate. Dean Stefani for the Greenlight Racing Team as well, driving the 877 Canadian car. And he is going to be followed by Omer Kane, and that's going to be the number 13 in 8th place. Arthur Jimenez, the number 44, is going to be in 9th position. Then we have Shooter McGavin, the number 69. Nice. In 10th place. Spencer Braun, the number 7, in 11th position, the Canadian as well. Followed by that will be the 444 of Wes Romery, driving the Halftone Racing Ferrari. Mitch Narati, the number 37 Canadian, in 13th position. Then we have Juan Lopez, the number 58, 14th position for him. Sean Chez and the Party Pickles, the number 16, in 15th place. We have Vladislav Maverick, excuse me for butchering the name, with a beautiful livery in the number 74, followed by Russell Stanford, the number 20, in 17th position. Jason Hayes driving the Baby Pig Racing AMG, number 22 in 18th. Then we have the second Sandbag Syndicate car. That'll be Frank Castle, the number 5 in 19th. Then we have Grant Zahara, the number 23 in 20th position. Don Donovan and the 333, and he's going to be in 21 for the Halftone Racing Team. Alan Young for Russ Money, and he's going to be in 22nd place driving the 555. Tyler Morgan, the number 72. Defense Not Found car. I'll be in 23rd. Boggy Watt, the number 410, in 24th position. Then we have Don Fossman, number 11, in 25th. And last but not least, we have John Malott for Team Banzai. and he is driving the number 85 in 26th position. Starting back at the top of the order, we have a 1 hour race lined up. What's going on, Trackalicious? What's going on, TTV Skittles? Let's go racing, they say. One mandatory pit stop for all the drivers to be participating in. No requirements other than 1 liter of fuel, so it'll shake up the order, and I imagine some of the drivers will end up getting bunched up quite a bit here, and that'll be interesting to see for certain. Scribble42 says, let's go! We are waiting for the drivers to get underway here in just a few moments. The wait time has been concluded. I don't know what we're waiting for now, to be honest with you. Tim Keesing says, please, commentator, I need to hear who is at first place now. What just happened? Norris Hughes says, apparently there's a server issue. Let's head back over to the starting screen. Dog 986036 says the server ended up crashing. Well, that'll do it for us. We'll go back over to the starting soon screen. Need to restart. Okay. Well, this buys me some time to bust out my Nordschleife facts. The track length of 15.4 miles or 25.4 kilometers. What the heck is a kilometer? Founded in 1927, the GP circuit was added in 1984. It's been the current layout since 2003. We're driving in Nurburgring, Germany. 87 corners, 42 to the right, 45 to the left, with 1,000 feet of elevation. Thank you very much for letting me know, dog. Server's back up. 2 minutes for drivers to join. Quick 2 minutes of free practice that we'll have to bear through. Oh, the intro music is still playing. I apologize. If you were enjoying that, I apologize for turning it off. If you didn't enjoy it, I apologize for turning it on. Right now, Spencer Braun's actually holding on to P1. Alex Hansen says, let's hope for a clean T1. Ooh. Too much for ask for here. I think that's too much to ask for. Let's say I hope for a clean straightaway. I hope everybody gets through the straightaway fine. I imagine everybody's going to get through the straightaway just fine. And after that, I think it's everybody's up to their own thing after that. We do have the championship standings to talk about. Oh, session is about to start. Oh, qualifying was on a server all week leading up to tonight. So that makes sense. At least all the data has still been saved. That's nice to know. Connect back to ACC TV. Get it looking nice and snazzy. Session starting in 20 seconds. Of course, we have 80 plus corners here at the Nurburgring. You can tell by how large the track map is. It is absolutely enormous. Track temperature 23 degrees, ambient temperature 23 degrees. Track is gone optimum, and it is sunny skies for the next 30 minutes, but we have a 1 hour race, so anything can happen here. Dog says, will be interesting to see with the new rules if anyone chooses to not take tires at the pit stop. I imagine so. I imagine some drivers will decide to not take tires during their pit stop cycle, and I imagine so. Crash again. I'm not so sure. Yep. Servers crashed again. We've lost all data. Let's go with a fun fact about the track. I've got fun facts for you, my friend. Fun fact about Nordschleife. The Nordschleife, aka the Ring, owes its name to the Nurburgring Castle, which stands at the top of the second highest hill in the Eifel Mountains, at an altitude of about 676 meters. On a clear day, you can see the spires of Cologne Cathedral, 85 kilometers away. The castle dates back to the 12th century. It was first mentioned in 1166 and was built upon Count Ulrich von Ahr. Tim Keesing says, it's apparently because of me, because I am on the entry list and I am not there. Oh, man. Sim Keesing, it's all your fault. Back up, says Alex Hansen. Thank you. I give you a stop and go penalty. 2 weeks. Again, we're back into a free practice session. Waiting for the drivers to rejoin. Sauger, how am I doing on Nordschleife? Barely surviving. Barely surviving. I can barely survive the Nordschleife. On this simulator, barely surviving. On iRacing, I can get through it all right. Even driving the Lexus, Alex Hansen, I cannot survive the Nordschleife. See, is Jakob Stofko here? No, I'm not seeing Jakob Stofko. Dog says this is the last attempt. Tried removing the drivers who qualified but didn't make the race to see if that fixes it. We will see. Got about 8 seconds remaining. Let's head over to the live screen. Of course, ACC TV is not set up properly again. Apologize. And we're rolling! And there is absolute calamity as the drivers are getting going. And the race will go on, it seems. We are ready to go racing here at the Degenerate Racing League. Andrej Sturman over Nathan Henderson, Darren Wicks, Joshua Rodriguez. There's your front 2 rows. And away we go, folks. Let's go racing. Looks like Henderson has got the jump on Andrej Sturman, and it's 3 wide in the background, and the number 4 of Burt Macklin gets sent back into oblivion. And there's absolute carnage on the straight. Polystyrene boards have gone everywhere. Burt Macklin up the inside. Can he squeeze his way through? He manages to do so, and it's still 3 wide. And it looks like the pig knocks out another driver. That was not Sean Ches, who was at Jason Hayes. Getting a bump in the rump there is going to be Bradley Cooper as he tumbles down the... Or no, Bradley Cooper is still alive. Jason Hayes is the one in the Baby Pig Racing AMG that gave the bump in the rump to another car. It is absolute chaos. Even before we got to turn number 1, absolute insanity here at the Degenerate Race League. And there's the number 491, excuse me. That'll be Bradley Cooper in the Monster Torque Honda NSX Nissan GTR, excuse me. The other Japanese make and model, whoa! And there goes Russell Stanford, just yeeting his way by John Malott. Alan Young caught out in the middle of nowhere in all this. And Don Donovan trying to go the long way around the outside at the Ravenel curve. Can he make the move stick up the inside? I don't think he can. He can switch it back, though. And that'll be Andrej Sturman, who's way far back right now. Andrej Sturman is falling back to P24. Too many accidents to keep track of. Let's see if we can get a replay of some of this. But here's another battle between Frank Castle and Sean Ches, the Party Pickle car. Around the outside goes the Party Pickle. Can't find a way past, so the number 5 charges forward. In the background, Vladislav Maverick in his awesome livery. Charging forward, 15th place for him. Take a look further back. Don Donovan getting chased down by Andrej Sturman. And Don Donovan's having a bit of a wiggle coming in towards, and John Malott rejoining the circuit a little bit dangerously there, but avoids collision with any other drivers. John Malott getting it wrong through Hatzenbach. Looking forward, Joshua Rodriguez holds on to P1, leads over Nathan Henderson in this battle through Cottonborn. Will it be a move going up the inside line? I don't think so. Up the hill, through the crest, full yeeting it, full send through Swanson Cruz. And out through Armberg. Joshua Rodriguez still leads by 3/10, checking in the background. Spencer Braun getting into a little bit of a tussle there with Omer Kane. And they go side by side. Kane just got yeeted into oblivion forward. Spencer Braun now under threat from Artur Hermanis, Mitch Nairati, and Wes Romery. Looks like the number 4 warped back to pit lane. Bert's in the pit lane now. The number 4 just there. Beautiful shot here of the rear wing from Spencer Braun. The Costco wholesale on the rear wing. But he's getting chased down pretty steadily. Artur Hermanis, Mitch Nairati, and Wes Romery all in that battle. This is looking at Nathan Henderson in the lead of the race with Joshua Rodriguez chased down by Darren Wicks. There's your top 3 right now. Cooper Atherton, Shooter McGavin, Dean Stefani, Omer Kane, Spencer Braun, Artur Hermanis trying to go for a send there on Spencer Braun. The long way around to Spangle Kerr. Here's miss, hit, miss. And did I see Spencer Braun go off the track? No, he just sent it right on through. Did a good job of doing so. Keeping it calm, cool, collected. And Worcestershire. I don't know these corner names, by the way. I'm just making them up as we go along. Beautiful camera shots here. Thank you very much to our lovely cameraman. Let's see if we can find some incident replays to go through. We're looking for Tyler Morgan, the number 72. Here's the no defense found car. Finding his way through the carnage, but now he's in front of the pig car and then just gets tapped in the rump. Nowhere to go but into the barrier, and that will be all she wrote there. Right, it is 9 p.m. in game time. I wonder if it will go. Whoa! Holy Toledos are out. I wonder what happened here. See if we can get a quick 20 for 20 on the action. Oh man, the 20, the 410. And then there is, I believe, Andrej Sturman going through. And that's Wes Romery, who's the one that got collected in all of that, or was the incident provider in all of that. Buggy Watt, the 410, leading right now over Don Donovan. Andrej Sturman getting past Alan Young. I wonder what happened to Andrej Sturman, the number 71. Let's see if we can find an incident replay of what happened here. Andrej Sturman coming in towards T1, seeing the flying Burt Macklin coming off in the background, and then Andrej just pulls over. Interesting. So interesting to see Andrej just pull over. I wonder really what happened to him, or if he was just going for a last to first battle. Number 191, Bradley Cooper is out of the race. The incident replay of what happened here. Oh! That's what did it there. He might have tapped someone and felt bad and waited for the other driver, says Norris. But he was in first place of the race. There was no one for him to tap. It makes no sense. He pulled over right away. Dean Stefani going a little bit slowly and cautiously. See if we can find out what happened to the 877 as well. Here's the 877. This is Dean Stefani now, mounting the curbs. looking okay through the carousel, and then just undulating the car in a terrible fashion makes intimate love with the K-rail barriers. Pete Stefani's going to have to come down pit lane now. Check out Nairati here. Oh, excuse me. More importantly, let's check out the battle for the lead of the race. Nathan Henderson looking up the inside line on Joshua Rodriguez. Under threat from Darren Wicks in the background, the number 46. They're bobbing and weaving more than a knitting grandma right now. They are looking for a way to find their path through. The one that is in the lead, Joshua Rodriguez. Lap times going in the favor of Joshua Rodriguez on the previous lap. 825.9, 820, 826.6, 826.5. But it looks like Nathan Henderson from the 8 laps down team might be able to pull out a race win. Quickly looking over to Jason Hayes, involved in an incident, the 22, and possibly the 444 at the same time, involved in a little bit of door banging. Let's see a replay of that one as well. Here comes the 22. The 444 is coming out of pit lane. Hayes goes a little too deep going in towards turn 1. I can see it happening already. Comes back across the track. The 444 taps him in the nose there. And Jason Hayes worse for wear on his rejoin there, just because the 444 unsightedly came out of pit lane. Had no idea that that car was even in existence. Here's Nathan Henderson's rear wing looking back at Darren Wicks. What about Sean Ches, the party pickle, looking at Vladislav Maverick's rear wing as we chase down by Sean Ches. Here's Andrej Sturman looking at the back of Russell Stanford, getting by him here at Advan Bogen. Turn 10. Darren Wicks involved in an incident already with the 31 potentially. Let's see if we can get a replay of what happened here. Let's look for the number 46. Pull it up on screen for us. Oh no! And there was a flying Mercedes out in front and just gets clattered. Darren Wicks gets involved with that Mercedes. That should be Nathan Henderson. That's what happened between them two. Nathan Henderson had the pace, had the momentum, was in second place of this race. No longer. He is down in 5th place, 9.6, and dropping from his personal best. Lap 1 has been completed, but we still have 48 minutes of racing left to go, folks. Here's Omar Kane, Spencer Braun, number 7 in 7th place. Omar Kane in 13, in the number 13, excuse me, in 6th place. Don Fossman, and he's looking for the next car up the road, is 286 seconds up the field. That'll be Burt Macklin, the number 4. Long pit stop for Don Fossman, the number 11 in the party pickle, 228 seconds. Stanford going a little bit slowly through the Ender Forst. Scribble 42 says, nice close packs and some great recoveries in the tight bits of the ring. That's for sure. But this is a battle for attrition here. A battle of endurance. It's how long can you make it through the ring without clattering the walls. Don Donovan is the only one who has taken a mandatory pit stop so far. All the other drivers seemingly warping back to pit lane and not serving their mandatory. Tyler Morgan now into pit lane. He's been there for around 200 seconds now. There's Don Fossman letting some leaders pass. Here's Sean Chez chasing down Vladislav Mavic. And we got Juan Lopez chasing down Frank Castle. Spencer Braun in the battle for the top 7. He's in 7th place, looking out the inside line, covered off by the BMW through Kesselchen. Where will the move be done? Where will the move take place? Can't find a way by here through turn 36. On the front splitter of Spencer Braun, looking forward. Omar Kane is doing a great job. A little bit of a lift there out of Braun. Heavy on the brakes coming through this corner now. Steel Strecky. And the carousel is where the cars mount up on the inside line through the bumps and the undulations. John Chez and the Party Pickle having an incident with the 444 of West Romery, it looks like. If we get an incident replay of what happened here. Here's the 444 coming through. Again, serving a pit stop already, but not serving a mandatory. Coming in a little hot and fast, don't you think there? West Romery up the inside line, bumping and banging his way through on the Party Pickle of Sean Chez. And that is not the definition of a clean and safe overtake. Sean Chez still chased down by the 444, who's trying to unlap himself. Oh, and the Party Pickle goes a little bit deep and wide through the east curve. We're going to go side by side here for just a moment. Will the Party Pickle yield the position? He does. Mounted the curbs yet again. This is going to allow Jason Hayes to catch back up. The number 22 that we saw earlier, involved in a few incidences, bumping and banging his way through the field. Mounts the curves through Flafskaden. But it's all up to here. Joshua Rodriguez leading by 6.7 seconds in front of Darren Wicks. Let's check in with Juan Lopez. Andrej Sturman and Jason Hayes getting involved in an incident. Let's get an incident review of what happened here. They were close together on track for just a moment. Perhaps Jason Hayes had a big moment and then it all went south. There's Jason Hayes out in front of him by a long shot. And Andrej Sturman carrying a ton of speed here and just going over the grass and just collects Jason Hayes. Andrej Sturman is definitely the culprit in that incident, unfortunately, to call there. Nathan Henderson decides to pit on lap 2 now. Get that damage repair that he incurred from earlier. Let's check in with Juan Lopez as he chases down Frank Castle, Sandbag Syndicate car. No, we're going to look at Darren Wicks as he's chased down by Cooper Atherton, the number 77. Joshua Rodriguez leads by 6 seconds right now. Cooper Atherton 1 second back from Darren Wicks. Shooter McGavin is only 5 seconds off the good in the number 69. Nice. Now this is where things get a little bit quieter, folks, with 41 minutes remaining in this race. things are going to get a little bit easier to talk about. Things are going to get a little bit quieter. Things are going to get a little bit less hectic. We're not going to see as many yellow flags. We're not going to see as many incidences with other drivers as we see, but we can see them all bunched up in the top, middle right-hand side of your screen. You can see all those little tiny dots. Those are all the drivers out there on track. You see the 333, that should be Don Donovan all by himself, and the number 72, whom is that? That'll be Tyler Morgan all by themselves, and then the number 4, and that should be Burt Macklin, if I'm not mistaken. That is Burt Macklin. Grant Zahara, oh no, stranded through the infield section, gets the Mustang spun around, and Team Solo Q in the Glen Eden car seemingly doing okay. Let's see if we can get an instant replay of what happened to the number 23 here. Chasing down the Ferrari in front and just heads off into the grass, and that'll be all she wrote. I thought there was an incident there between himself and the 410, but seemingly spun it around all on his own, getting it going again, only behind Don Fossman by 39.3 seconds. Take a second to get a quick hydrate going. That's Spencer Braun chasing down Omer Kanay still. This is a heated battle between the number 13 and the number 7 that hasn't gone anywhere. The number 5 of Frank Castle off somewhere on the racetrack, pointed in the wrong direction. It's all clear around him. And Jason Hayes tumbling by there. Back at Omer Kanay and Spencer Braun. Let's see if we can see the incident for the number 5 of Frank Castle. Honda NSX driver. He's looking okay coming through the straightaway and just clips the grass. Oh no! Just barely out of track limits there. And then sends it around the outside. Here's Omer Kanay's view. Here's Spencer Braun's view, though, most importantly. Great shot here from the helmet cam. We're going to stay on this for a little bit of time because this is an epic battle. Andre Sturman chasing down Sean Chez in the party pickle. Check this one out. Sean Chez losing out there, letting Andre Sturman by. Back over to Spencer Braun. Up the inside line. Looks like he wants to go for a move side by side. And they sure are making this one work somehow, some way. But Spencer Braun's going to have the outside, the long way around the outside. Will he be able to make this one work? I'm not so sure if he is going to be able to make this one go. And he sends it through Kesselchen. And that's going to be position gain. And Omer Kanay has not been able to answer back on this occasion. Omer Kanay goes a little bit slowly through that section to allow that side-by-side to take place. And that was an amazing overtake for certain. Kuzia's Corner TV. Hello, Kuzia. Andre Sturman making his way by Vladislav Maverick. Sean Ches in the party pickle. No! Tumbling around, going the wrong way. Let's see what happened to the party pickle man right behind Andre Sturman. And Vladislav Maverick coming into the carousel. Does he just get it all wrong on the exit? Drifts out a little wide. The car doesn't like the movement. And then he's going to light up the rear end to get it turned around. Cooper Atherton was in third place. Has a yellow flag moment. Let's see what happened here. Didn't see him, with any damage or anything, but let's see what really happened to Cooper. Oh, a little bit of a yellow flag moment, more like a Code Brown moment as he goes from end to end of the track and then gets it collected, thank goodness. But now Shooter McGavin with seemingly no damage right now, doing a great job of keeping this one calm, cool, and collected, letting the positions really come to him on this occasion. He started off in P10, and now he's sitting in P4 with Cooper Atherton in front of him. He's got the slipstream coming down the Dotting Ho straight. Will he be able to get the move done? I believe so. Tucks out from the slipstream from Cooper Atherton, and now he's fully alongside, leaves tons of space on that outside line for him to go through, and now he gains the position well on. Good moves all around. Omar Kane and Spencer Braun's battle still rages on right now. 1 second the gap though. Cooper Atherton into the pit lane, loses it to Shooter McGavin, now into third place overall in the white plate category. Let's check in with the red plates, shall we? Oh, what about this battle between the Russ Money team right now? Alan Young and Russell Stanford. Russ Money actually chasing down his teammate of Alan Young in front, but it looks like he's got a little bit of front end damage to him. Russ Money into pit lane, Andre Sturman into pit lane, Vladislav Maverick into pit lane, Cooper Atherton also into pit lane. Everybody so far has made 30-second pit stops overall, and I think it's up to the leaders to decide how much time they want to gain during this pit stop cycle by keep on driving with their lack of tire change options. Jed Brolt says, you missed the dude who smashed into Frank after he spun out. Frank Castle. Let me see. The number 5. There's the number 5, and there's his accident. Oh, no! That would be Nathan Henderson, I believe. Holy Toledo, we did miss that by just a second or two. Buggy, oh, what? Ooh. Car's not supposed to be tracking that way, Mr. Buggy Watt. And he is not having a good time limping that thing back to pit lane, end to end of the track. He's got to be feeling that through his wheelbase for sure. He is cutting as much of the track as possible, and he is just not having a good time. That wheel turned as much as possible, but the car won't comply with the situation. Oh, man. .410 just inches away from the entrance to pit lane. Don Donovan's battle with John Malott here. Came down quite a bit, just 0.3 of a second between the two of them. Oh no! Was that self-inflicted or was that incident-driven 85 having an accident there? Let's get a helicam shot of what happened here. Oh, and just runs into the back. Don Donovan guilty as charged for the murder of John Malott here. This is a part of the race that gets a little bit quieter now. 28 minutes remaining in this event, folks. I think I've mentioned it before, but I'll mention it again. The ring owes its name to the Nurburgring Castle, which stands at the top of the second highest hill in the Eifel Mountains at an altitude of about 676 meters. What the heck is a meter? And on a clear day, you can see the spires of the Cologne Cathedral, 85 kilometers, I don't know what a kilometer is, away. The castle dates back to the 12th century. It was first mentioned in 1166 and was built by Count Ulrich von Ahr. We've seen a lot of bumping and banging between the drivers. But what about the bumping and banging between the barriers here at the Nurburgring? If you want to test your wheels and your metal, you can turn up and drive around the Nordschleife. It costs 25 euros a lap and $30 on the weekend, 30 euros on the weekend. But be careful. You break it, you buy it. So don't hit the barriers. It's 69 nice euros per meter for replacements. A call-out charge of 150 euros. The supporting batons behind cost 79.19 euros each. A 30-minute visit from the safety car is going to cost you a whopping 82 euros. Add all that up, you can potentially face a bill of thousands of euros. Oh yeah, and the recovery truck at around 300 euros as well. Alan Young and Andre Sturman's battle. There goes Sturman just blazing past Alan Young without question through Stefan Bellof S's. Track here costs 14.1 million Reichsmarks to build, about 40 million in today's money. Now compare that to Vegas, which cost at least $1.06 billion. That's a heavy price to pay for a racetrack, but it has a roller coaster. Back in the early 2000s, the circuit's owner decided to create a vast 250 million euro motorsport-themed tourist attraction with the ring as its centerpiece, surrounded by hotels, apartments, a shopping mall, a 15,000 square meter, I don't know what a meter is, theme park, and the world's quickest roller coaster. And there's Alan Young coming down pit lane. The so-called ring racer coaster would accelerate from 0 to 217 kph, about 135 miles per hour, in just 2.5 seconds, making it quicker than an F1 car. But it hit a couple of snags. Firstly, they went so far over budget that some people were sent to jail. And secondly, the ring racer didn't really work. In 2014, the circuit announced it would not run again. It's still there, though. Buggy Watt back out onto the racing circuit after a 376-second pit stop, it seems. Here's Omar Kane in third place. Shooter McGavin promoted himself up into second place. In the meanwhile, Joshua Rodriguez did take his pit stop, 19.8 second pit stop. Let's go through the pit stop cycle now. So Josh Rodriguez in fourth place with a 19.8. Spencer Braun in fifth place with a 32.5. 27.8 for Arthur Jimenez. Andre Sturman promoted himself up into seventh place with a 42.2 second pit stop, obviously repairing some damage. Juan Lopez with a 45.6, 85.8 for Cooper Atherton. Mitch Nairati with a 49.6, Sean Ches 36.1, Don Donovan 44.3, Alan Young 11.3 seconds, Burt Macklin 167 seconds, and then the times just stack up from there. Vladislav Maverick 149, John Malott into pit lane presumably for longer than 79-80 seconds. Tyler Morgan 182 seconds. Checking in with the red plates at the lead of the race, it'll be Artur Hermanis, who has already served his mandatory pit stop. Then we have Juan Lopez in second place. And in third place, we have Sean Ches and the Party Pickle, Alan Young in fourth place. Followed by that will be Don Donovan, John Malott, and then we have Burt Macklin. Burt Macklin with the fastest lap of the race, an 8:18.5. What could have been, what could have was for Burt Macklin in the number 4 had he not gotten taken out at the start of the race. Burt Macklin did serve a pit stop that I mentioned earlier, 167.9 seconds, but he hasn't served his mandatory, seemingly warped to pit lane, and that will really hurt him and challenge him for he not last. Aaron Wicks leads over Shooter McGavin and Omar Kane, but the 3 drivers still need to take their mandatory pit stops. I think that Joshua Rodriguez has this one in the bag for P1 if he ends up keeping it clean for Team Bonsai. About Cooper Atherton and Juan Lopez's battle, this one's brewing up to be something. Cooper Atherton just coming out of pit lane on the previous lap, 1.5 seconds behind from Juan Lopez. Coming out of the carousel now. Now the gap has come down to 1 second just through a couple of corners between Juan Lopez and Cooper Atherton. Beautiful shots and sights by Nurburgring. His battle to contend with Cooper Atherton, sending it through the second carousel, trying to hold on to a position that really doesn't need to be won. He is battling with a red plate just for bragging rights overall. Here's Andrej Sturman driving all by his lonesome, has the 44 in front of him by 8.9 seconds right now. Sturman setting through the Hockenheim chicane. Here is Cooper Atherton. Andrej Sturman snatches away the fastest lap of the race in 8:16.9. Cooper Atherton able to get around Juan Lopez here. Looks like Juan Lopez just sees that position. Pretty neat and tidy battle here between Cooper Atherton and Juan Lopez, separated by 1.5 seconds. Again, Cooper Atherton doesn't really need to battle with Juan Lopez, and neither does Juan Lopez. They're not in the same category overall. Juan Lopez will still secure P2 in the amateur category. Vladislav Maverick going a little bit slowly through the Hockenheim chicane. I wonder what's going on here. He's already served his mandatory pit stop. He's going to serve another one. No, he is not. Maybe just being a little bit more cautious than normal here. White flags waving for him. Yellow flags waving for him out in front. That's the number 11. That's Don Fossman. Where is Fossman on the racing circuit? Disqualification for Dean Stefani in the 887. Here's Grant Zahara. They're in a battle with themselves and Boogie Watt. And I say themselves because really the track is the one you've got to contend with most. Oh, Cooper Atherton having a big error. Yellow flags waved for the 77. They found their way off and around the racing circuit. Still 3 drivers remaining that have to take their pit stops. Darren Wicks, Shooter McGavin, and Omer Kanay. Again, that should promote this man right here, Joshua Rodriguez of Team Bonsai, back into first place, driving the Honda NSX. Andre Sturman battle with Artur Jimenez coming carousel. Didn't think that Andre Sturman would be able to catch back up to Artur Jimenez, but his pace is awfully rapid. He's doing 8:16s right now compared to the 9:23 from the car in front. Remove the inside line from the defense not found team. And again, defense not found in Andre Sturman just absolutely sends it through Whipple. Pit stops for Darren Wicks, Shooter McGavin, Omer Kanay, and this should be the last lap of the race. No, this lap plus one more, as Joshua Rodriguez is running about 8:23s right now, so he'll get to the line with about 10 seconds to spare, and then we'll get the final lap being waved. Okay, serving his mandatory pit stop, Joshua Rodriguez. Excuse me. I am mistaken here. Darren Wicks pulls out a 6.6 second lead over Joshua Rodriguez because Rodriguez had a 19.8 second stationary. Darren Wicks with an 11 second stationary. Darren Wicks in the Green Light Racing Team may be able to pull out a win here. Although he's lapping a little bit slower than Joshua Rodriguez, he might be able to still hold on to the lead. But Joshua Rodriguez will get that extra bonus lap, obviously, to challenge for that position. No! Shooter McGavin, no! The driver in fourth place gets a stop go 30. Oh no. Omer Kanay, Don Fossman, and Dean Stefani all disqualified. Holy smokes. 11 Dono 11 says, I can't believe Fossman got DSQ'd. I only ever tune in to see him. Oh, speeding in pit lane has got to be what happened to these three drivers. And then the stop go 30 to hit. Shooter McGavin also has to be speeding in pit lane. Super ouch. And now it's Darren Wicks and Joshua Rodriguez's battle. 5.8 seconds for the lead of the race. That is Don Fossman talking about himself. Oh, that's funny. Vladislav Mavic going a little bit slowly, the number 74, but I'm not seeing a yellow flag pop up for him. So I'm assuming that everything is going all right. Who are you, Scribble42, by the way? Ronald Swanson. Hello, Ronald Swanson. How come you're not on track tonight, Mr. Swanson? Let's talk about the standings a little bit as we've got some time to kill here. Jakob Stoff. Wait, hold on. This is season 4. This is season 5, looking at the standings, just making sure that you all are paying attention, of course. But Jakob Stafko. Oh no, Joshua Rodriguez with a big drifto through the grass. Holy smokes, how was he able to collect that? No damage incurred. What a save out of Joshua Rodriguez. Looking at the standings, it was Jakob Stafko in P1 already, gaining 51 points. Then Cooper Atherton in P2, driving a McLaren 720S GT3 Evo in second place. Earl Acklin in third place. And Darren Wicks in 4th place. Spencer Braun in 5th. Shooter McGavin in 6th. Daniel Hirsch in 7th. Omer Kanay in 8th. Norris Yu in 9th. Dean Stefani in 10th. Joshua Rodriguez in 11th. Andrej Sturman in 12th. Kevin Palaniuk in 13th. Neil Kerbel in 14th. Bradley Cooper, Mitch Nairati, Frank Castle, Kyle Hirsch, and Nathan Henderson, rounding out the 19 drivers in the Pro category. In the Pro Am category, it'll be Artur Hermanis in P1 and driving the Ferrari 296, and Tyler Morgan in 2nd place. Sean Ches and the Party Pickles in 3rd place, and Vladislav Maverick in 4th. Then it'll be Alan Young, Wes Romery, Senior Chirugo, Don Fossman, and Jason Hayes. Juan Lopez rounds out your top 10. Russell Stanford, aka Russ Money, John Malott, Braden Breeze, Grant Zahara, Buggy Watt, Ricky Bobby, and Don Donovan rounds out the championship standings for the Pro Am category. Now the leader is finally on the last lap of the race. It'll be Darren Wicks' race to lose at this point in time. It's at a 9.7 second advantage over Joshua Rodriguez right now. 49.6 seconds back is Spencer Braun. Shooter McGavin in the 69 is about 1 second back from Spencer Braun. Don't forget, Shooter McGavin has a stop row 30 to serve. Will he serve it on this occasion? He will come down pit lane and serve that penalty. So no longer will it be Shooter McGavin in 4th place. It'll be none other than Andrej Sturman in 4th place, starting from the back of the pack after a weird lap 1, turn 1 situation where he peeled off and let all the other drivers by. Dog 9836 says Spencer Braun might get a penalty, so he needs to push. He's gonna lose this position to Andrej Sturman if it's anything like a 5-second penalty, because the gap is only 3.9 seconds. So Wicks didn't change tires. No, he did not. 11-second pit stop for Darren Wicks. A better pit stop than Joshua Rodriguez that I mentioned earlier. 19.8 second pit stop for Rodriguez. Still a quick pit stop for the leaders of the race. 11 seconds and 19.8, but Darren Wicks pulled out that gap just during the pit stop cycle. It was around 6.3 seconds when he came out of pit lane, so not much to be said about the race pace that he was able to maintain, but really it was just his pace in the pit stop cycle. Hate to say it, dog, but I think I called that during the pre-race conversation that I had with some of the other drivers, where I said I think the pit stop cycle is really going to make or break the drivers of this race. You're not going to gain 30 seconds back on a 9-minute track, and it's like I watch a lot of racing sometimes, you know what I mean? I do this a lot. I watch at least 6 races every single week racing on ACC, and it is an absolute pleasure to be here and watch these races, watch the drivers actually accomplish something. And it's great to see. I think actually the greatest thing that I get to see as a race broadcaster is I get to watch people's accomplishments week after week. I think last season during season 4, seeing Kevin Palaniuk rise to the cream of the top and really just show his skill and his dominance during that category and that season, he really stitched together a wonderful season. Watching Wes Romery just finished 1 point away from the championship during season 3, was absolutely phenomenal as well. It was a great showing of skill and force. Here, Shooter McGavin battling it with Mitch Nairati. Anyways, great championships. It's one of my greatest pleasures to be able to do. Number 85, who is that? That's John Malott. Okay. Not that we're not worried about John Malott, but John Malott had an incident somewhere on the racetrack. It looks like he's coming through the carousel now. Just making sure that it wasn't one of the leaders of the race. Here is Shooter McGavin and Mitch Nairati battling it out. Mitch McGavin behind Nairati, despite what the power says. Oh, Shooter McGavin mounting the curb. Here's Andre Sturman battling it out with Spencer Braun for the podium position of 3rd place. Andre Sturman holding on to the fastest lap of this race right now. Whoa, there goes Andre Sturman off during X-Mule. Able to get the car collected somehow, some way, avoiding any barriers, but he's pushing very hard. Shooter McGavin and Mitch Nairati getting into the 69 and 32, getting involved. Let's see if we can get a replay of what happened here. Looking at a helicam shot. And where are they on the racetrack? Coming through some of the faster sections of the track. It looks like the Shooter McGavin went for a move on the inside line, and then they just door banged each other, and then a bump and a rump there through the graffiti section of the track. Don Donovan going a little bit slowly. Shooter McGavin battling it out with Nairati. Holy smokes, they are blazing through Bergwerk. Here's Cooper Atherton and Alan Young. Will he give to the inside line? Alan Young does secede the position to Cooper Atherton through Megsfeld 2. Checking back in with Andre Sturman, the absolute blazing MA70 esports driver. Gap has come down to 0.3 of a second between Andre Sturman and Spencer Braun. Was 3 seconds at the beginning of this lap, but whoa, Andre Sturman is absolutely rapid driving that Lamborghini Ford. Spencer Braun Porsche just cannot keep up during some of these fast pit sections. Coming through the small carousel. This is going to be it. The number 46, will he cross the line in P1? I believe he will. Darren Wicks in the green light racing car, keeping it clean, calm, cool, and collected, will take P1 of this race. Then we have Joshua Rodriguez crossing the line in P2. Spencer Braun still battling it out with Andre Sturman. Will he make a move here? He will dive to the inside line, going down the straight of the Dottinger Hoe. And will he get the move fully done and dusted? I think he might, but that Porsche is looking awfully rapid in a straight line, trying to cover off the inside. There it is. The Lamborghini has nowhere left to go but to the outside line, riding on board with the Brondo of Spencer Braun coming through Ho-Rain chicane. This is going to be an absolute drag to the line. The Lamborghini stretching its legs as much as possible, dragging itself behind Spencer Braun, getting to the line. It's nothing separating them, but Spencer Braun takes P3. Andrej Sturman in P4. Artur Hermanis will cross the line 37.3 seconds later in 5th place. There's Artur Hermanis crossing the line, then Juan Lopez next. Shooter McGavin, 16.2 seconds back from Juan Lopez. Battled it out with Mitch Nairati there at the very end. Will claim P6 after that stop-go 30 that he had incurred. Mitch Nairati in 8th place and Sean Ches in the Party Pickles in 9th place. No, they're all on the same lap. I think they're all on the same lap. I think Buggy Watt is 1 lap down. Everybody else is still on the same lap, down to 17th place. Cooper Atherton will cross the line next in 10th place. The number 77 having a bit of a roller coaster ride. 74.0 second pit stop for them. 2 pit stops actually served. Atherton weaving, bobbing, and weaving his way past the checkered flag. And doing a nice pirouette as well to finish things out. Don Donovan crossed the line in 11th place. Alan Young in 8th place for Russ Money. Then Burt Macklin will cross the line next. Place for them. Where is Vladislav Maverick at Galgenfall? Oh, Burt Macklin. A little frustrated with that race. I can only imagine what could have been, what could have was for him. Started off the race in 6th place, down 7 positions overall. Let's go through the positions gained and lost. Don Donovan and Alan Young gained 10 positions. John Malott as well. Started off in 26th, finishing off in 16th. Big gainer at the front will be Spencer Braun, gaining 8 positions. Josh Rodriguez gaining 2. Darren Wicks gaining 2 as well. Artur Hermanis up 4. Juan Lopez, like I said, up 8. Shooter McGavin up 3. Mitch Nairati up 5. Sean Ches and the Party Pickles up 6. Down is Cooper Atherton, 5 positions. Burt Macklin lost 7 as well. Nathan Henderson lost 13 positions. Vladislav Maverick crosses the line in 14th, and Nathan Henderson will cross the line in 15th place with the number 31. Have a good night, dog. J. Carl Smokes says W race, tough race, absolutely. The mountain claims lives here at the Nurburgring Nordschleife. And then John Malott, the number 85, will cross the line in 16th place. Let's see if there's anybody here for an interview. We have Artur Hermanis. If this button works. We've got Spencer Braun as well. So let's go ahead and pull up the interviews. Oh, and ACC decides to crash. Come on now. Stand by for interviews. They will be happening tonight. Just need to pull up the replays. Pulling up the replays in just a moment. I apologize for the technical issues. Well, it looks like we're doing interviews without the replays, unfortunately. Let's see if we can do this while we're live. Let's go ahead and drag in Artur Hermanis. Or will it be Joshua Rodriguez? Let's grab in Artur Hermanis first. Artur Hermanis, apologize for the delay. How are you doing, my friend?
I am doing very well.
What a race for you. Back-to-back wins in your category, am I right?
Yes.
Congratulations. You must feel on top of the world right now.
Oh, most certainly. I think the last time I might have had back-to-back wins was back in season 1 when I was still in AM category. In Pro-Am, I don't think I've had 2 wins in a row.
Amazing job. What was the key to your success tonight to be able to survive the green hell?
Honestly, not pushing. Just at many corners, I would mostly just stay within track limits. That would be the idea. Because I think in other tracks, or like last week in Zolder, I still keep pushing every lap. Try to beat my quali lap in the race. Which, yeah, here it was just stay within the lines. Don't touch the curbs. Be slow. Rather be slow rather than crash out.
Extremely difficult to pull off is the trick here. I mean, you can tell yourself not to push all you want, but the reality is that you're a racing driver, right? You're going to want to push as hard as possible. You're going to want to try to achieve something a little bit more every step of the way. You know, how do you really dial it back, that 2%, 10%, whatever it is that you want to call it, to make sure that you just survive the mountain?
It is a very hard thing to do, and there were 3 times where I saw that I failed at doing that as well. I did go off the track 3 times as well, but thankfully I managed to not have severe damage, just minor collisions with the wall, just scrapes. But how to convince yourself, I don't know. It's just keep talking to yourself, essentially. Don't zone out, because then usually that's when the pushing happens, because the instinct kicks in of racing driver.
Yeah,
constantly telling yourself slow down.
Yeah, that's very true. You definitely have to convince yourself lap after lap that you've got to slow down a little bit, to keep reminding yourself, especially with an 8-minute lap that you guys are performing on 84 corners, 15 miles long of track. You've got to do something to distract yourself. Was there something that you used other than just talking to yourself as a kind of a distraction?
Well, other than talking to myself, also talking to my teammate in the voice chat also helped as a distraction.
For sure.
Talking about that, seeing and trying to figure out who has a yellow flag, because then, it would appear, oh, there's a yellow. And it's like, is it ahead or behind? Just trying to look around all the time. Yeah, just have something going on rather than just, full. Yeah.
And your pit stop strategy, 27.8 seconds stationary in the pit stop. What was your strategy there? Just repair the damage and get back out on track?
Basically, I had a minor damage. I think it was something like, if I would change tires, the pit stop would have been just 9 seconds longer. So like minor damage fix and add fuel. Yeah, I did not change tires. As the pit stop was coming up, I looked at my tires. They were still full green, good quality. And I was like, I don't need to. It's fine. Plus, Lopez was very close behind me, and I didn't want to take the risk of losing out to him.
Fair enough. Thank you very much for chatting with me, Artur Jimenez. Really appreciate you stepping into the green room and into the broadcast booth with me. Is there anybody that you'd like to thank or anybody that you want to mention before I let you go?
Well, thank my family. Thank you. No, I mean, the thank you also have with Tyler. It's been incredible practicing and racing and strategizing together. So, yeah, unfortunate race for him with us being caught up in some incidents at lap 1, which derailed the whole momentum for him. But yeah, thank you for him, and
very awesome.
Good race to everyone else as well.
Thank you very much. Awesome race, and we hope to talk to you again in the future.
Yes, likewise.
Take care, brother. Let's drag in none other than Mr. Joshua Rodriguez. Mr. Rodriguez, how do you feel tonight?
Man, if I knew where the pit entrance was, I would feel a lot better.
Oh no, was it because you didn't practice your pit stop entry?
Well, yeah, in practice server, we didn't have the pit stop entry, so we just cut the short course and then come all the way around. And, I had raced it before, and I was pretty sure, like I didn't have any issues last time getting into the pit, but I don't know. I was so focused on actually not dying on the course that I completely blew past me.
Joshua, you led most of this race. That's gotta feel pretty good. Yes, you did lose out to Darren Wicks by 3.4 seconds. And I will admit, it was really the pit stop time that cost you the most. Darren Wicks pulled out an 11-second stationary pit stop. You had a 19.8. Did you turn damage repair on? What happened during the pit stop cycle that gave him that 6-second advantage?
I'm not sure. Obviously, I lost some time coming into the pit. Probably that 3 seconds that I came in behind them. But for some reason, I turned the car off. The pit crew picked it up and then dropped it right away, and then waited a second and picked it back up. it was weird. My engine was off. It shouldn't have happened, so I don't know what was going on with that, but definitely it cost me probably another 2 or 3 seconds there.
Man, super unfortunate for you, but to be able to claim that you led 90% of the race here at the Nurburgring, Nordschleife, I mean, that's got to feel pretty good and drive your confidence through the roof, right, Joshua?
Yeah, man, it felt really good. Like right before the race, like practice today, I was bummed out because the only way I could get through the course was max wing, but I was losing so much time in the straight. I don't know if you could tell the first lap, Nathan was just gaining on me. Like he literally, like he was like 3 seconds behind me. By the end of the straight, he was like right on me.
Oh, yeah.
So I started practicing, 9 wing, and right before the race, I just could not get through the course on the 9 wing. Last minute, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stick with the 12. I'm gonna, go for consistency. Try to, just hope people wreck out. And sure enough, Nathan did for lap one. I got past him. I was like, 12 wing. I'm gonna fly through the forest, and they're not gonna catch me on the straights because I'm gonna be too far ahead. But
What a
P2, man,
strategy.
is nice. It's
That's
nice.
got to feel pretty good, and especially in the pro category also. This is not, overall, this isn't a category win, but this is still P2 in your category, the top step of the podium, well, the second step of the podium, I should say, but the top category here at DRL. Man, I'm just super proud of you. Your race was phenomenal. You drove it super clean. I don't think I saw you make any big mistakes except for that one towards the end where you just drifted it through the grass. It seemed like you were pushing so hard to catch back up to Darren Wicks. Kind of what was going through your brain when that happened?
Man, I was just like, just don't go into the wall, man, because I was catching him. I was gaining time, and the tires felt great. My temps were good, and I was like, yeah, I can keep pushing. And after that, I was like, I knew like if I could push it like that lap, and then the last lap, I would have caught him. But then after that, I was like, I looked to behind me. I was like, 50 seconds. I was like, I'm not gonna risk it. I'll push a little bit, but unless he wrecks, P2 is gonna be it.
Oh, still a great finish for you, Joshua Rodriguez. Is there anybody that you want to thank or anybody that you want to mention before I let you go? We've got more interviewees to come through the booth.
Nathan Henderson, man, he had an unfortunate race, but he's my coach, and he's puts in a good amount of time, helps me with super little questions or anything. And between last season and the season before, there was a huge jump in my skill gap, and he has a lot to do with it. So shout out to him.
Right on. Glad to see the DRL members helping each other out. It's been a great time talking with you, Joshua Rodriguez. Have a great night, and remember to stay safe out there.
You too, man. Thanks.
Thanks. Then we're going to grab Spencer Braun next. It's Mr. Braun.
Hello, hello.
Provisional, as the chat mentioned, provisional third place finish. Did you have an incident with anybody earlier on in the race? Not that I can recall.
Kane and I, he got on the brakes and I dove on the inside just instinctually and I bumped him, but we didn't lose any time or anything. Like, he stayed where he was and I stayed where I was. Beyond that, I can't think of any other contact or anything, so I'm not sure where all that was coming from.
Yeah, someone had mentioned that it was a provisional P3 pending a possibly report from the beginning of the race, but I'm looking at your race replay right now and it looks very clean. And let's talk about that battle with Omer Kane. You guys stuck together for, what was that, 3-4 laps almost?
Oh man, he was really fast in a few sections, and then on the straightaway that Beamer just pulls so hard. He was really good at setting up the last straightaway, and I just kept catching him in a few spots, and it was I was trying to keep my cool. I was getting a little frustrated just because I knew I could pass him, but I just couldn't find a good opportunity. And then I don't remember where I got him. I think I got him just before the back straight, and then he got me back right away. And then I managed to get him into corner one, and then that was the end of that. So it was it was awesome. I am super sweaty.
Yeah, I can only imagine, Spencer. That was a great battle that you had with Kane. A 32.5 second pit stop for yourself, 47.6 off of Joshua Rodriguez, though. But again, we're looking at the battle between yourself and Omer Kane right now. And
Yeah, there
man,
it is.
side by side, going through some of the fastest section of the mountain. And just talk to us about the trust that you had with Omer being able to pull off a move like that.
I think did he clip that curve or something? Because I don't know if it was just the corner speed or what. But I remember having to tell myself to take a breath and just hold my side of the track, and hopefully he did the same. But it was super clean. It was great.
Yeah, absolute great battle for you and Omer. You obviously pulled out a great result from it. P3 overall. That's got to be a great finish for yourself and another notch in the belt for the DRL standing.
Yes. I will take all the points I can get. It's been a minute since you and I have chatted. I think it's been almost, 2 seasons? So pretty pumped to be on podium. And I really enjoy this track, but my practice all the way up to it was terrible. I think I was averaging like 1 out of 3 valid laps or not meatballing the car. Like, it was really bad. So I was pretty happy about my consistency this evening. I did have one big giant incident that allowed Shooter to catch up, but he had a stop go.
Yes.
Had I not done that mess up, he not had that stop go, and then had Kane not had his, I think he got DQ'd, correct?
Yes, he did, yeah.
If he hadn't done that, if all of those things hadn't happened, we may have had a 4-way battle at the end with Stremin as well, because he caught me at the very end.
Now, that was crazy, because Sturman was catching you like a rocket, even messed up, had a big drift of his own going through the grass, caught back up to you again, and then a battle to the line that was just 2 tenths separating you guys at the very end of the race. Now, how did that go through your head?
So when I had my big crash off the track, car turned off and the whole deal, I was like, oh, that's not good, because I knew that Gavin had a stop go, so it wasn't a big deal. And then I knew that Stremin is really fast. Like, his pace is far exceeds my own. And yeah, so I could see that gap, and I was so frustrated with myself because I probably lost a solid 15 seconds or so, somewhere in there. Just because I spaced out for a half second and missed a corner, shot across the grass and hit the barrier. And it takes a minute to kind of get back into the groove. And yeah, anyways, so he catching, but I did see him. I turned off all my overlays, so I couldn't watch the time because I knew that was going to be a big distraction. I muted Discord, the whole deal. Just put my head down, and then he caught me, and I was like, yeah, I figured he was going to be here. And then I don't know what happened on the straight, because he kept the way that his car was surging. I figured he was just going to pull on the straightaway, and he never made the pass on the straightaway. So I don't know what happened there. I thought he was going to have me for sure.
I honestly thought so too. I thought you were a sitting duck at the very end on that straightaway, but he pulled out from the slipstream, and all of a sudden his car just stopped moving forward.
Just like hit a wall. Yeah.
It was just the strangest thing, but you were able to pull out the great defensive move. And again, defensive move that's not over aggressive, defensive move that's not dangerous in any way. You did a great job holding back a seasoned veteran like Andrej Sturman. Still don't know what happened to him. Lap 1, turn 1, where he just pulled off and let everybody by. Not sure what happened there.
Oh, really? Maybe he was wanting to do a first to last, or last to first kind of run, because he definitely, his pace is pretty spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, he basically started last and ended up 4th place, almost 3rd place, snatching that from you. But yeah, no, just not sure what happened there, but great to see that you're back in the booth with me. A nice podium finish. Is there anybody that you want to thank or anybody that you want to mention before I let you go? I think I've got Juan Lopez still standing by.
Just, I guess, a couple of honorable mentions to Shooter for the stop go, because him and I had a pretty big battle last time around, and we figured it was going to happen again this time, and it may have shaped up had he not messed up in the pit. And then, yeah, Kine, total bummer that he got DQ'd, because that would have been, again, probably a pretty epic battle at the very end, because I took tires and I think he just splashed and dashed. So, you know, the timing probably would have been right there somewhere. So yeah, just shout out to those two guys. Like I'll take the podium all day long, but I'd rather have a battle for it than just go.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining me. We've got one more interviewee to go, and I hope to talk to you again in the broadcast booth soon, Spencer Braun. Congratulations on your podium.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a great night.
You too, brother.
Bye.
And Mr. Juan Lopez, last but not least.
Yo, what's up?
Not much. How about yourself, my friend?
Big, chillin', and sweaty.
Finishing just 18.1 seconds behind Artur Hermanes. It's gotta feel pretty good, man.
Nah, it feels bad, man, because I was catching him. Yeah, my pit stop was absolutely atrocious. It was the worst pit stop ever.
What happened to your pit stop? Oh, 45.6 seconds stationary. I'm seeing it right now. What happened?
So, the entry and everything was good. I never did the Nordschleife entries, but I figured it out and everything was all good and gravy. It was my actual stopping. I stopped way over and I didn't realize until like a couple seconds later, so I had to turn on the car again, go reverse, park again. And even then I parked incorrectly. It was just a mess. I lost like at least a minimum 10 seconds off that. I was gaining Hermanes too.
That's super poor, man. You're still holding on to P2 in the championship. Well, tied for P2 in the championship right now.
Okay.
We're tied with Tyler Morgan for 45 points. You're in third place technically because the drop round is still in effect for round 1 for you, where you finished 10th. I mean, you're sitting pretty good right now. I wouldn't be too distraught. Did you have any incidents during this race?
Lap 1 was just like a little bump and grind. Nothing too bad. Besides that, I think it was like in lap 5, I had a really crazy slide that I managed to save. Because thankfully, if I didn't, I would have been race ending. I would just smash into the wall.
Yeah,
But,
driving that Mercedes AMG. I think we caught that one on stream as well.
Oh, did you? Oh man, how embarrassing. It's actually my first time driving around the car. I was told, or like I usually drive the Lamborghini around. This time I hopped into the Mercedes because I was teammates with Daniel Hirsch, who couldn't make it tonight, unfortunately.
He's a good guy to be teammates with. He has a lot of knowledge, and he drives that AMG almost professionally as well.
I know. I've been asking questions left and right, trying to get my bearings and controlling the car. So far, it's working out. I like the Mercedes. It's very different from the Lamborghini, though.
Oh,
That's
yeah, completely different. The front
yeah.
engine, rear-wheel drive car compared to a rear engine or a mid-drive and rear-wheel drive car. I bet it's completely different.
Oh, it's different. The way it handles bumps, the shift points, the balancing. But I'm getting used to it, so it's a plus.
Glad to hear it, my friend. The P2 overall, well, P2 in your overall championship right now, or P3, however you want to call it, and then
Let's go.
P2 in the race. I mean, come on. I expected to see a little bit more excitement. I expected to hear a little bit more energy. What do you got? Your wife is sleeping next to you. What's going on right now?
Oh, before this, I was already in another hour-long race, so I'm 2 hours in a sprint.
You're just tuckered out at this point.
I'm pretty much, yeah. I really wanted to battle Hermanes, that's for sure. Until I screwed up the pit, but shout out to him. I'll get him next time. I'll make a battle. I'll make a worthwhile battle.
Absolutely, and then there's always the rest of the championship as well that you guys get to battle it out. Artur Hermanes can't stay on top forever, right?
That's right.
Someone's got to dethrone the king, or wait till next season till he gets bumped into the pro category as well.
Yeah, see, I thought he was already bumped into pros.
No, he's a Pro-Am driver. Let me double check real
Oh.
quick. No, he's a Pro-Am driver.
Then the battle is on.
Yeah, because he just got back-to-back wins, and he leads with 51 points right now in the Pro-Am category.
Sounds like I gotta win the next round.
Yeah, you have to, man. And then where do we head to after this? Set it at the top of the stream. It looks like we're headed to Silverstone next. Is that a good track for you? A mediocre track? How do you feel about that?
It's actually a really good track. I like Silverstone. I like it a lot.
Hopefully Artur Hermanis doesn't like it as much as you like it.
Hopefully, if he doesn't, or if he does, then I hope to battle him, and we'll see what happens.
Awesome. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear that you've got a smile on your face and you're doing pretty well tonight. Anybody else that you want to mention or anybody that you want to thank before we close out the stream tonight?
Shout out to Daniel Hirsch and Max Power. Daniel Hirsch couldn't make it here. Max Power, he also drives Mercedes, and I get tips every once in a while from him.
That's awesome.
When I can.
Glad to hear that the DRL community is keeping it tight-knit and keeping all of their secrets not so close to their chest, but sharing the knowledge that they have.
Definitely.
Right on, brother. Thank you very much. Have a great night, my friend.
You too. Thank you.
Talk to you soon.
See ya.
And that is going to wrap it up for us here tonight, folks. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you very much for sticking around. Hopefully this button works. My stream deck is just acting up tonight. It's being very, very, very dismissive. It's been a pleasure to be your host, as always, my friends. Thank you so much. Thank you to Scribble42, 11 Dono, Dog 9836, J. Carl Smokes, Alex Hansen in the chat. Who else was out here tonight? So many people giving me information. Kuzia's Corner TV, Dreadbot as well. Norris U for helping me get back into the server and giving me some tips on when the server was resetting and all that good stuff. Sim Keesing, thank you very much for being here. Alex Hansen, just being a great sport as always. And who else have I not mentioned? TTV Skittles as well. Thank you so much, everybody, for your love, support, and participation tonight. You guys are a wonderful crowd to be with. And with that, have a great night and always stay safe out there. We'll see you next week for Silverstone.